Lavante. Chance here for Mbappe. Snuffed out by Maturo. Vinicius will try and keep going. Maturo will ensure that he doesn't get there.
Should be yellow.
No foul. No foul is given.
Surprised. Very surprised. Well, that's no shoulder to shoulder.
He was making sure Vinicius didn't get there. Maturo seems to have hurt himself in the process.
Looking at the ball. On his phone, I think he just had his shoulder.
We've seen this chance for the volleyed chance in the first half. Chance as well.
Very good chance. It is better for Real Madrid, especially offensively. They seem to have to run a little bit faster, to find players. They've got a little bit of space. There's a free man, and one or two have shaken off the attention.
It's almost like relentlessly whistling your own players makes them feel a little bit nervous and inhibits their play.
Yes.
Asensio with another header.
But what are you supposed to do? You really don't like what's happening. Maybe what they've done up till now, which is whistling at the beginning and at the end of games. But when you put the focus on people, and the media was looking into it, the club looking into whatever reaction of the fans, they are going to react.
Ball finding Romero. To bring it down. Hubert. Over from Lille.
Davis Campos nosing from Stella to Kerk, second division side. Managed to get to the semi-finals of the cup.
Here he is. He's onside. Wasn't he?
And he's going to be
Watching this game, sometimes I feel like Real Madrid is being treated unfairly by the referees.
He has different positions on the pitch, but he's got a low personality, can play in the centre of the attack, can play centre back as well. You'll see with his left foot.
Just
seeing there, Matty Ryan was miles off his line if that penalty hadn't gone in. Asensio. Of course, Real Madrid are missing Eder Militao and Antonio Rudiger, who might possibly be their first choice centre-back pairing. Trent Alexander-Arnold is out, Adam Mendy is injured, Denis Carvajal coming back from injury.
What are you saying? The second half of the season will come back. Also, Real Madrid will look like the competitive Real Madrid that we expect. It's all possible, isn't it?
Well, maybe. in Europe than in La Liga. In 1998 they won the Champions League and finished 4th in La Liga. In 2000 they finished 5th in La Liga and won the Champions League. 2002 and 2014 they finished 3rd in the league and won the Champions League. So underperforming domestically hasn't always been a guarantee of a trophyless season for Real Madrid.
That's what kind of, if you look at the history of Real Madrid, makes the whole situation even more puzzling. Because they are doing well in the Champions League. They got still options to win it, and as we know, the second half of the season tends to be better for Real Madrid. But there were other things playing their part.
Vinicius finding Guler. Vinicius, a little shove. Just enough to make sure he didn't get to that ball. The corner for Real Madrid, their 7th of the game. Lavante haven't had a corner, they haven't had a shot on target. They've barely been out of their own half since the break. Another chance for Guler to look for Raúl Asencio, as he has done with all previous corners. This time headed away only as far as Ceballos. Mbappe. Space here for Mastantuono, who goes for goal. Terrific shot there from Franco Mastantuono. Beating the goalkeeper, denied by the woodwork.
Yeah, they've got quality, Real Madrid players, and even when they have to shoot from long distances, they will create danger. So the way that Lavante played, it was difficult that it was going to last a whole 90 minutes just defending. They didn't take advantage of the opportunities, so the game was going away from them.
Getting away from Manu Sanchez. Lavante perhaps starting to resign themselves to their fate. The next game is at home to Elche. Regional derby. As we said, Real Madrid. Monaco here on Tuesday night and then travel to Villarreal the next weekend. Bellingham to Carreras. Valverde. In towards Bellingham! Really should have been the third for Real Madrid. He still might be here with Vinicius. Still Vinicius, 3 players in front of him, tries to get round Toljan and Khan.
That's where Bellingham is dangerous. We know that. We've seen it. He was a double move with England, with Real Madrid, and we haven't seen enough of this, but he always makes times his runs very, very well. He's a forward, really. And if you spend more time, perhaps, just on the edge of the box and attacking those spaces, he will have Real Madrid better. But I understand that he feels he can do all the stuff and then drops himself deeper and intervenes a lot in the movements. But I think that's the best Bellingham. And I've got the impression that that's where he's going to be used more once Arbeloa starts making his impact in the side, further out the field.
You see this shot from Mastantuono again. Beautifully struck. Ball from Valverde for the Bellingham chance was sensational as well. Here is Vinicius. Can he get the shot away? Well, he could. Straight at
Vinicius.
And his chance. A round of applause from some of the fans.
I think he wanted to respond to the whistles with his own goal, because he had better chances there. You had Mastantuono on the right, Guler on the left. could have assisted, but it is the kind of personality that wants to answer when he doesn't feel that he's got everybody's love.
There's Mastantuono cutting inside. Out to Bellingham. Goulet. Real Madrid looking for a third goal here. Trying to put some goals on the score sheet. After a disappointing first half, they have been much better in this second period.
Real Madrid at this time, gonna leader 2-0, but in
Lavante
contest.
will leave the Santiago Bernabeu, yes.
And never got an ascension na Kylian Mbappe in penalty.
4 points away from safety.
But
it's a team that's alive.
overall, I think Jürgen Klopp never
They're
much.
doing players that little by little with a structure.
Never touch Jürgen Klopp,
They're growing, and I think Luis Castro.
Rangi uthathe academy manage ngifaka kulo first team
It's
Real
found
Madrid now.
the right message.
Real Madrid players
Right
have
instructions for the team to grow.
egos.
So they could come out of that positive.
Kylian
Free
Mbappe.
ball looking for Mbappe, almost finding him.
Kylian.
Goulet. Lovely pass. To say I didn't know too much about Luis Castro when he was appointed. He's had a decent impact so far.
But we don't learn a lot when we hear him talk in the media.
Kylian Mbappe.
There is Mastantuono coming forward. Mbappe. If it stays like this, and it very much looks like Real Madrid will be winning this afternoon, they will just be a point behind Barcelona at the top of the table. Barcelona travelling to Real Sociedad tomorrow evening, a place where they lost last season. Keeping this ball in play, trying to keep the move alive.
Bellingham should just play as a false number 9.
Back to Bellingham. There's Chamini, Mastantuono thinks about the shot again. Maybe. Wasn't the right option that time.
Bellingham should just play as a false number 9. That's attitude.
Tunde.
Guys, he came linked over live to your 14.
Yes, application Carlos Alvarez. Seemed to be
Liverpool ne pen. Liverpool ne
whether
pen.
Alvarez was going off or not. Saw his influence in the first half of the game, not so much in the second half. Carlos Alvarez. Perhaps beginning to think about that game against Elche. So, Sagasti is coming on for Ivan Romero as well.
There's only one way that Lavante were going to make an impact. It's Real Madrid were unable to score, basically. That was the aim. Pressure high, they didn't were proactive, they were just waiting, and then of course they were opened up, and then coming back is very hard.
Carreras pumping it forward towards Mastantuono. Maturo winning that header. Here is Bellingham. Wide to Valverde with some space up ahead.
Bellingham with his passes.
Mbappe can't find Goulet. And Sanchez trying to get past Mbappe. Fouling the Frenchman in the process.
we haven't seen a lot of Mbappe doing this. We've seen it 2 or 3 times, and that is a sign of somebody that wants to lead, wants to tell the teammates this is the way, and of course taking the penalty at a crucial moment as well has been important. So good performance from Mbappe. I do feel that he's going to do that all the time, and tracking back and defensive work has got to increase, but signs that he's willing to add that to his armor.
Thibaut Courtois, we always say that there's at least one Thibaut Courtois moment, one save he has to make per game. We haven't seen it yet. No shots on target from Lavante.
That's the QR code if you want to vote for MVP. Paulo
My
Martinez,
MVP is
Young,
Kylian
choices
Mbappe.
for Lavante for what they did in the first half, especially. Mbappe with a penalty, and the man that assisted for the 2 goals, Arda Güler.
Courtois finding Bellingham. Back to Tramini. Asensio. Ceballos gets it back from Carreras and now can bring the ball forward.
We both been to the Bernabeu many times, so
David Alaba
there's still
again.
a judgment to be made at the end of the game from the fans. I think the whistles will reappear. Perhaps not in the next game if they come back on the victory against Villarreal, victory against Monaco. It's a different story then, and things would have moved on. But do you agree?
Possibly. Here on Tuesday night against Monaco, and the audience in European games is a little bit different to the one in league matches. I'm not expecting too many whistles on Tuesday night, but we'll see.
Just feels it was about today. Message has been sent. You're not happy. Now it's your chance to turn things around. This is not a coach thing, it's a players thing. It's up to them now. The wins will be players behaving better on the pitch, working harder.
Real Madrid 2, Lavante nil. Real Madrid 2, Lavante nil.
David Alaba is
Real Madrid 2,
wanting to
Lavante
come
nil.
on.
I think it's 80 something minutes. Kore Mbappe naban Asensio ahead Mbappe nge penalty.
De La Fuente. Sagasti to Maturo. Worked out to Manu Sanchez. Salah. And take on it forward in these final few minutes from Manu Sanchez.
Maybe because he didn't keep the ball well enough, he just went out.
Bellingham back to Ceballos. Calmly done. Goulet, movement up ahead of him. Here is Vinicius.
Soon siyatuweli kemeli Liverpool
Still
ne
Vinicius.
Vinicius
Gone for goal.
but for me I think Vinicius needs to be substituted or should be sold. Vinicius should be sold.
4th of October was the last time Vinicius Jr. scored a goal in La Liga. He's tried today to end that barren run.
I think Xavi was responsible fully for that. For lots of reasons, Vinicius was not comfortable, but the whole situation has changed. And you would suppose you would think that the second half of the season is going to be better.
Arturo striding forward. A couple of players. Vinicius wants to play the pass. There's Goulet.
Bellingham,
Bellingham striding forward. They wanted it.
Bellingham.
Strong save.
credit to Arda Güler again, taking the right decision.
Asensio going off.
Ngena David Alaba kuma Asensio.
This is a
Nice round of applause.
Yeah, this is a
I don't know why.
ovation. Maybe even see big hug from the manager to Sergio. He was very good today. Maybe even trying to change the atmosphere a little bit before the end. Also bringing Alaba in, struggling to reach the levels that
Oh no, you're not
tried his best.
Mr. Mbappe here, who's gone for goal. Another save from Ryan. In the end, Matty Ryan has kept the score down here because Madrid could have scored more than the two they've managed in this second half.
None of them were miracle saves, but yeah, he's been solid. Not just today. He kept the clean sheet against Sevilla. First one in like 12 games. The whole team is improving. Quite clearly.
5 minutes added on at the end of the 90. To Mbappe. As the fans begin to wait for the exit. Now that Madrid are going to lose this game. Chouameni wanted a pass played forward. Alaba looking for Vinicius. Vinicius trying to control it on the run.
Vin.
Trying to get past Toljan. Great pass. Puts it wide. Applause for the play there from Vinicius. It's another decent opening for Real Madrid.
Yeah, and as you suggested earlier, I think against teams that will defend this way against Real Madrid, you're going to see more of Arda Güler, which probably would mean see much less of Gonzalo, who done well in this crisis period, but hasn't really got a position place in the team. When everybody's more or less sharp, you have Vini on the left now. Rodrigo will want to fight on the left, but I think Rela will play him on the right and on the left. In the middle will be Mbappe, and then that place on the right perhaps will be Güler from now on.
Courtois looking for Vinicius with that pass. Going to start his league tenure with a win. Last Real Madrid manager to lose his first league match was Juan de Ramos back in 2008. That first away game was away to Barcelona. So more of a challenge than Lavante at home. Here's Bellingham. Real Madrid have been very comfortable in this second half. There's Güler on the left-hand side, popping up, finding Vinicius, who goes for goal. Applause from some of the crowd.
There's a conversation going on between Vinicius and the fans, Asensio and the fans. Just quite accepting the judgment. The players, they haven't protested, they haven't asked the fans to cheer them. Difference this time, and Florentino Perez has been shown by the cameras.
There's Pablo Martinez. Dispossessed by Ceballos. Into the final minute of stoppage time. There's a 4-on-4 here for Real Madrid. Mastantuono pushes Mbappe a little bit wide. He's got Valverde behind him. Mbappe twisting and turning. The Rabona cross. Ceballos again. Alaba. Bellingham. Looking for Vinicius. Keep it in.
Say anything. The game is now finished. The next game,
We've done
Liverpool
that
versus
if
Spain.
2-0 up with 30 seconds to go.
Even though it was the other show, should be
I'm not noting bad man of the match
well defended.
because
Better food.
who the player represented Zalin. But mainly essential.
Full time at the Bernabeu. Despite the whistles, Real Madrid have beaten Lavante 2 goals to 0. Home fans making their displeasure known. Real Madrid responding on the pitch with a strong second half performance. Gulen coming off the bench to change the dynamic of the game.
I love this
Penalty and
content.
Raul Asensio. With a header, Gulen, the MVP of the game. We had some chances in the first half where he couldn't take them, and then in the second half, we closed things up and they attacked us easier. Our heads drop with the penalty. We know the quality that they have, but we have to focus on the next game.
So yeah, 3 points in the back for the match.
Have you seen that there's been a change in Levante in the last few games? The attitude is good. We don't give up until the last minute,
Like, share the video,
and that's what we have to keep
share the
doing.
like and subscribe to the channel.
And
We will be reacting to
we'll go for the
Liverpool
next
versus
game,
Spain.
which is in a few days' time. Ivan Romero speaking there at full time after Levante were beaten 2-0, and the Bernabeu is under Gula, the MVP of the game. It's finished. Real Madrid 2, Levante 0.
Some players seem to defy the odds. Microsoft AI analyzes
Bernabeu.
millions of data points, including shot angle, defender positioning, and distance from goal.